Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon, and we are continuing with All Quiet in the Trenches. We've just had our first battle. We pushed forward. We strived to the enemy trench. Then we got kind of bogged down by, of course, our own artillery. And unfortunately, the French reinforcements were able to push us back. We did, however, get to see our first encounter of an enemy machine gun. It was very interesting and very... I like it. A little bit of tweaking, I think, maybe to do, of course, but this is early access and it's only just been added to the game. But overall, I think it is a fantastic addition, and I can't wait to see what ends up happening with it during future updates. So, here we are back in camp. Tired and exhausted, we dragged ourselves back to camp. But despite all the hardships and uncertainty, an infinite relief was palpable. Whatever this war would bring for us, for today we lived and could enjoy this life. At least for those of us who didn't have wounds to deal with. Hunt and Mail would certainly have to go through a lot of pain in the near future. But at this point, it seemed likely that they would recover and be back with us soon. The whereabouts of Smitbauer were unknown. We had lost him somewhere on the battlefield and could only hope that he would turn up again. Okay, this is interesting because I'm sure one of the updates for 0.8 was that if your soldiers, even if they're not next to you, but they end kind of near you, then they won't go MIA. So that's interesting. We had just barely reached our tents when Lieutenant von Karsbrook was already strutting up. He looked dissatisfied, but our eyes met, his expression softened a little. Hunter Officer, what a shame you had to retreat. But at least it wasn't because of you and your people, he said, while his reproachful gaze watched the ranks of the other returning soldiers. My men deserve some rest, I explained to the lieutenant. He looked at me thoughtfully for a few minutes, then nodded curtly. Well, if you think so, I will not assign your group to any work duty for the time being, but don't get used to it. With these words, he turned away and I started looking after my people again. Boom, no work. Yeah, so this, like I said, this is interesting. Because I'm sure like that was, in fact, one of the things they were supposed to have fixed. Because he ended the turn pretty much in the square across from me, kind of thing, if you get what I mean by square. That's not quite how the battles work. But, and yeah, he's still gone MIA. Which is, yeah, which is interesting. Let's see how things are. So many dead and wounded. We're looking after your 2 men, but our resources are limited. The wounds of several of your soldiers are getting worse. If you're able to lend a hand. Which I do actually want to do, even if it's only one guy I can send. Resupply came in. Fantastic. Okay, no, don't hit next turn. Turn the camera. Come on, turn that camera. Alright, field headquarters. Now, of course, we get slightly punished by giving too many of our guys double rations. Which, I 100% understand. Like, I truly do get it. Let's go up to double rations. Because that is, in essence, what we want to do. They are all going to rest. And it impacts mood. I like how mysterious that is. How it impacts mood, we do not want to tell you. So, we're going to send 2 people there, see if we can get that hospital unburdened. Not overburdened. Zoth! I'm sorry for your losses, my friend. I'm sorry. Anyway, I have no idea who he is. Wait, can we find Klaus? How funny would that be? Can we find a Klaus? No, we can't find a Klaus, unfortunately. Never mind. So, let's come back here. Let's hit next turn. One evening, Lotz came back to camp with a whole crate worth of food. He placed it with the rest of our stock and wandered off, whistling and lost in thought. When our eyes met, he hesitated for a brief, unsure moment before muttering a brief greeting. Praise his initiative for the good of the unit. I praised his initiative for the good of the unit. He received my kind words with surprise. Wherever he might have found the supplies, surely we would be able to make good use of them. Bad weather removed. Well, hey, resentful removed. That's good as well. That's gone. Bad. Oh, whoops. One of them changed to a good recovery at least. Oh no, both of them did. Fantastic. So they now both have good recovery. One is grateful and belonging. One is belonging grateful, but he's also a bit resentful. Standard rations removed. Hey! Smithbauer's back. Change to double rations. Love it. Change down to strain. Change to excellent mood. Heatwave removed. Change to just a hospital full. Changed from contemptuous to neutral. That is, I believe that's Smithbauer, and he went down to just being tired. No, that was Lots. I always get those two confused. Smithbauer, welcome back. Thank God I found you again. As you instructed me, I had taken the wounded soldier to the field hospital, but on my way back, everything was so chaotic, I just couldn't find the group. That's okay. The latrine is filled to the brim. That's not okay. These villagers are suspect. I keep hearing stories of attacks by Frank's terrors and our comrades along the front. That's not okay either. How dare they? So our guys are on good recovery now, and unfortunately I've got a 3-job pool. So... sorry, Smithbauer, but no, wait, sorry, it's... no, wait, patrol the village has to be con. And then we're going to give that to Menk. Latrine duty comes down to Smithbauer, and Lots gets the day off. Let's hit next turn. And as long as the hospital doesn't fill back up, we should be going in the right direction. The lieutenant had demanded that I accompany the patrols through the village personally, to make sure that everything was in order. When Con and I arrived, the mood in the village was even more brooding than usual. The villagers were sullen, and no wonder Madame Laroche had told us that they'd recently received dire news. 2 of their men had been killed in battle. The women fell silent when they saw us, with no more than cold, angry looks for a greeting. The few children were out playing, did little more than listlessly kicking an empty tin can. The mood... What few children were out... Sorry, that's my bad English. The mood seemed to affect Con as well. Compassion crept into his eyes, and he slowed his steps. I'm going to encourage him. Go on, I told him. Go over to them. Con didn't hesitate and wandered over to the kids. When he held out the hand with the chocolate, curiosity drew them nearer. But the gathered women quickly called their children back before they could take a piece. Then the mothers cast us dark looks and hissed something in French that made it quite clear that it was time for us to move on. I still feel like that should get us brownie points. Loud voices carried over to me as I made my usual rounds that afternoon. Several of my men surrounded Smithbauer, who was seizing a soldier from another troop by the collar. Among the bystanders was Lots. Even at a distance, I could hear Smithbauer shouting at the other soldier. Traitors like you will get us all killed here. I took Lots aside and had him explain what was going on. Haven't you heard, Herr Unteroffizier? Italy's joined the war as well, he said, as if that explained everything. That's when I remembered the name of the soldier Smithbauer was clutching. Tony Collini. I intervened and had them both separated. Let's see what this does. What's going on here, I demanded to know. Smithbauer had to be restrained by one of the men so as not to go straight back to charging at the other soldier. What a bad man, he raged. The likes of him are not to be trusted. Such criminals shouldn't be allowed to fight with us here. The other man gasped and replied, I won't be treated like that. I'm German too, with a passport and everything. Smithbauer huffed. Don't make me laugh. The name speaks for itself. Collini wasn't about to put up with this. The fact that my father came from Italy hardly makes me a traitor. He is very distant. Not all Italians were the same, very outspoken, very intolerant, completely by the book, but very patriotic. That we were all comrades here. I don't know if that's going to work because he's very distant. Yeah, I don't think it will. Leave the man alone, Smithbauer interrupted the argument. He's one of us now, and he's fighting alongside us. And Lots put a hand on his shoulder. Come on, let it go. Scoffing, Smithbauer turned away. Smithbauer had to be punished for this incident. I called Smithbauer over to me. You realize that this can't go without consequence. I saw the anger quickly fade from his face. Yes, I'm aware of that. Won't happen again, Herr Unteroffizier, he replied meekly and moved away with his head bowed. I mean, he's already completely by the book, so I feel maybe if he was a bit more pragmatic, we could influence that, but I'm not quite sure. But like I said, the fact that he's very distant, I didn't think the thing about comrades would work. If there was some kind of soldier thing, you know, we're all here to fight for the Vaterland, that would have gone down beautifully. The experience made me think having Italy in the war would now definitely make the war bigger, and the resentment against Italian immigrants would probably not subside anytime soon. Should I have handled it differently? What would this development mean for the war and for us? Sometimes you forgot about the rest of the world here at the front, and then it suddenly caught up with us on days like these. The mood is excellent. The prestige is exceptional. What do we got? So we removed nauseated and shaken. That's good. We also lost determined and relieved. We lost nauseated. We added nauseated? Yes, we added nauseated. Good recovery has been removed because we've also lost lightly wounded. Dejected added. Oh, really? Con, come here. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. We're a big family. We're doing well. I want to make him proud. One day I want to respect me the way that he is respected. I had no intentions of moving out. It's all the same stories, which is interesting. You don't ever get to... They are going to do a soldier update, so I wonder if that's when you'll be able to, get a bit further into actually knowing your own soldiers. It's strained, removed. Double rations added. Dejected added. Okay. So what do we got going on? We'll be moving our comrades into trenches soon. Make sure your people are ready when the time comes. There are a few prisoners of war in camp. They need guarding until they can be moved to a prison. Okay, that's all we've got. The hospital is still full, unfortunately. I'm going to offer to help out. Current workload, offer assistant, accept, or leave. We're going to the trenches in 2 turns. So maybe with 1 turn of the guys, maybe with a completely unburdened hospital, we can help out with that. He is extremely tolerant, and we shall send Menk with him. And then we are going to send Smitbauer and Lotz, or Lotz and Smitbauer, over to help in the hospital. That next turn. As I was passing by the temporary enclosure holding the captured French soldiers, I saw Menk fraternizing with the prisoners of war he was meant to guard. Even though he clearly did not speak their language, he managed to communicate successfully through wild gesturing, and it seemed I was observing an exchange of chocolate and tobacco. Commend. I commended Menk for seeing the French as people, not just as enemies. He smiled with relief and introduced me to the prisoners. They seemed a little hesitant at first, but I quickly gained their trust as well. Before long, we were involved in a brief but friendly conversation across the language barrier before I went on my way. When I faced Soldier Smitbauer alone for the first time, he stood expectantly in front of me, impeccably adjusted. Your orders, Herr Unteroffizier. You can count on me. He spoke clearly and devoid of humor. I liked his obvious meticulousness, as well as the respect he showed me. Very well, soldier, I said in an authoritative tone. Do not disappoint me. I won't, he said, then suddenly became a little more confidential in tone. You and I, we have to keep the group in line. He was a welcome asset. Absolutely, I agreed with him. I'll get back to you on that. He seemed very pleased. Any time, he encouraged me. And we exchanged complicit glances once more before parting. Mail, well, hey, we're back. I've been released from the hospital. Still a bit bruised, but loving life. Same with Hunt. Been released from the hospital. That's what we like. So, he's no longer tired. He is determined. Hospital is no longer full. Change down to just high prestige. Oh, how come? Oh, he's not going to be happy with something that's happened. You're slacking off. Don't disappoint me. What did I do? Well, that was rude. Lightly wounded. Camaraderie. Well, that's nice. Menk loves me a bit more. Favorable to camaraderie. That is... Oh, that's a boost. Love it. Right then. And some people want a trip to the pub. Oh, wow. There's at least a chance for the trip to the pub anyway. Let's dig some trenches. Bang, bang, and bang. And then trip to the pub. Bada boom, bada boom, bada beesh. We will get rid of decreased shaken and dejection. Dejected and disappointed. Nothing bad and resentful. We unfortunately don't get rid of that. We do, however, manage to get rid of dejected. So, I don't know. But, I mean, look how highly motivated he is. Do I really need to worry about him? Con is so happy to be here. I don't know. I feel like I could tell him to do absolutely anything and he would. Just, yes, sir. Whatever you want, sir. Right away. good sir. He's a bit nauseated. He's got nothing wrong. And, oh, he is a bit resentful. I wonder how long it takes for those to disappear. I feel like it should have happened at some point soon. Well, there you go. There you go, resentful removed. That's what I was just worried about. Good recovery removed. That's not because they're not injured. That's because we're going back to the trenches. Belonging added. Wonderful. Con is very compassionate. Somewhat jaded removed. I don't know how that happened, but I'll take it. These two went down to tired. Hunt went all the way up to well rested. Double rations added. And someone wants to talk to me. Have your people ready. It's back to the trenches. All right, let's go and jump into this trench phase. The episode hasn't gone on for too long just yet, so we'll go for this trench phase as well. Back to camp in 11 turns. That's quite long. Oh, you're going to give me building plans, aren't you? Yes, you are. I'm convinced that we should carry them out after all. That's why I'm ordering you to take care of them. Choose 2 of the smaller structures and complete them before you're withdrawn from the trench. Sir, yes, sir. What do you think, Herr Unteroffizier? Do we want to play a little trick on the French? Send some of your men out into no man's land tonight and cut through the barbed wire just outside the French trenches. And then the French will think we are preparing an attack and will barely dare to sleep out of fear. Ha 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 ha. And no, my earlier question was rhetorical. I don't care what you think. This is an order. Good old von Karsbrook. New task. All right. What are we doing? Let me see. Rations. Rations is quite good, mate. Rations are okay. 2 days. We've got some ammunition and we are good on bandages, which is, I don't know, good. I feel like we may get shot at some point. So we want to, well, let's have a look at our, we have barbed wire and barbed wire. I just like turning them on to see what I've got. We've got back here, we've got our machine gun nest, defensive position, ladders, bridge. I think that's all of my ones back here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Nothing on that side. Okay. So, first of all, the important things. Which I can't even see. There's, here we are. No, wait, cut barbed wire. So, cut barbed wire. Go for you two. Fetch me some rations. Smith Power, don't let me down. Right, and then that does give us a couple more soldiers to play with. I'm actually going to build me a defensive position. I'm going to go all in. Whilst I've got a few troops to spare. Let's get rid of that one. Because, of course, if we do the ones that take more effort, we do actually get more props from Lotz. But, you know, who doesn't want the approval of Lieutenant von Karlsburg? Sorry, I don't know why I said Lotz, yeah. I'm sure Lotz will hate me either way, but hey, that's not the point. No, from, yeah, Lieutenant von Karlsburg. He, Oh, no jobs this turn. That's weird. Fetch ammunition. Hang on, let's set up some barbed wire. We'll give that to you two. Let's have you go fetch him ammunition. Let's have you both go and get some of those. And let's just set up some ladders as well. That's most of the construction projects done. We need more space here for reinforcements, for ammunition as the basis for our future victory. You are to order some people to help our pioneers dig more bunkers. In your defensive position, I see you're not afraid of hard work. Excellent, Herr Unteroffizier. That's what I want to see. And keep the construction plans. They're in good hands with you. Alrighty then, that one got us nicely back up to exceptional prestige. Full ammunition, full rations. He's stranged. He's stranged? He's just stranged. He's strained. And we are also a little bit tired. Let's go. Well, these guys are just, they're going for it, eh? Let's set up that bridge. That'll be you two. Simply because last time, and obviously the battles are different, but last time I had to defend this position, I suddenly had to run down this way and recapture or hold the left side of the trench line or something. And not having these bridges, etc. there, because I think they got destroyed by artillery, really made things a lot harder. And I think here comes that artillery. Ah, the rats have been bothering us for days now. The shelter assigned to us was particularly badly affected, as there seemed to be more and more of them. At night, they crawled into our shirts and trousers, nibbled at our fingertips, and bit into our hair. Hunt seemed to be particularly affected. With a pale face and bloodshot eyes, he said to me, "Herr Underoffizier, I can't sleep a wink because of the rats. Is there nothing we can do about them?" Let's go rat hunting. Let's see if we can't get the beasts under control. Hunt's face brightened a little. "I'll be happy to help if it means we can finally get some sleep again," he agreed. I hope that this could really make a difference, and not just put additional strain on my men. But perhaps it would also be good for the men to at least feel like they were doing something. Because, I'm sure digging trenches doesn't feel like they're doing anything at all. How can we help? Artillery mortars and nightly commando operations by the French have left holes in our barbed wire. Let's go fix it. Right, how are we doing? Down to 2 days rations. So, we need three people on fixing barbed wire. That'll be you three. Hunting the rats. That'll be you. And Hunt, because he really hates rats. And you can go fetch us some rations, my friend. Open the book. Ha! Hound Officer. Do you want to guess how many rats and menken I have caught? Hunt approached me with a broad grin. The rat hunting was his personal vendetta, and his thirst for blood seemed to be quenched. Alright. The way you're grinning, you seem to have a whole army on your conscience, I joked. 18. Hunt took a deep breath. Not bad, it was 16. He moved a little to one side so that I could take a look at the rats he had killed. Menken and Hunt had tied the rats by the tail to a piece of rope, probably so that they could better show off their work. Good job. I praised the two soldiers and then walked on. In contrast to killing on the battlefield, the soldiers obviously took joy in killing the rats. The rat problem is under control. Skirmish added. Food has gone up. Ammunition is still up for the moment. He is now comradely. Very nice. Skirmish added. They both went down to strained, however. It was a lot of effort hunting those rats. I urgently need someone to deliver a message to headquarters. Send me your quickest man on the double. How can we help? Something's going on in the French trenches. Someone should take a closer look. A closer, not close. Someone take a closer look. Someone should take a closer look. Who knows what they are preparing? So deliver a message. We need a guy. He's not tired. He's completely by the book. You'll do just nicely. Recon. Sorry, mate. I know you're a bit tired, but it needs to be done. I'm not going to bother building that barbed wire because I feel like it'll just get destroyed. If I'm perfectly honest. It is this piece right here. We're running low on ammunition. Are we? Oh, wow. That dropped down real quick. Tired added. Fair enough. What do you think? Do you want to play a little trick on the French? Still no, if I'm perfectly honest. Didn't see anything special. But I found some ammunition while looking for a good recon position. Nice. We get some ammo back. Let's go cut some barbed wire. Smith Barrow and Lots. You're up. Let's go and fetch some rations. Ooh, you guys are real tired, huh? Let's go Cone, and let's go and fetch some ammunition. We're going to go hunt. We're going to go hunt. Hunt some rats. The French have a sniper in the area. I already shot some of our comrades. We should be extra careful. Another communication trench collapsed. Gather your shovels. Thanks, mate. Let's maintain those trenches. That'll be you, and you, unfortunately. Next turn. What are we down to? 4, maybe? Yes, 4. Something is going on in the French trenches. Someone should take a closer look. We hardly have anything left to eat. This is true. We're running low on ammunition. This is also true. I urgently need someone to deliver a message to headquarters. That might be true. Can you really trust von Karsbrook? Can you really? We're gonna send Colin again. Fetch some ammo. We'll send you two. And, oh wait, we need to recon. That'll be you. Fetch some rations. That'll be you two. And so fetch some ammunition will be you. Let's go next turn. Skirmish ended. No, unfortunately not. Change to exhausted. Change to tired. We had a few days of peace and quiet, but now there are so many rats everywhere, it's ridiculous. Discovered one of the French hideout. I need a break. Go recover in camp. You go recover in camp. Headquarters. Artillery mortar and lightning commander often left holes in our barbed wire once again. Alright then. Let's engage the sniper. Oh, bang and bang. Definitely. Let's go and fix barbed wire. That'll be the other three of you. Unfortunately, the rats will have to linger for a second. It didn't work. Well, I'll be. We had someone that had good sight. And somebody. Ammunition just went down. We just went and fetched them. Skirmish has changed. Exhausted. Strained. Drained. Another communications trench collapsed. Oh, that's only a 3-man job. Yeah, don't worry about it. Bing, bosh, boom. And have you fetch some ammunition. How can we help you this time? We need more space here. Reinforcements for ammunition. For the glory of the Vaterland. Gone. Do I have anything left to eat? Is there anything else? We're running low on ammunition. Menk. Hang on. Menk. Go recover in camp. Accept. Fetch ammo. Hang on. Dig bunkers. Unfortunately, that's you again, good sir. And we're going to go for lots. Fetch ammo. And whoops. Alright, you can be Smithbauer. Fetch rations. That'll be Hunt. Hopefully we get to go back to camp. We don't get extended. That does happen. Reinforcements were relocated. To stop packing, our relief force was diverted to reinforce another front section. Hold our position for a few more days. What does that give us? 4 more days. Well, rations and ammo are a little bit back up. Reporting back from my break in camp. Rested and ready for orders. Oh, at least he's not giving us anything to do this time. He's gone. He's down to tired. He's down to strained. He is up to strained. Is there really no one that wants to, that needs to rest? Well, it doesn't look like it. Very interesting. You're going to hunt rats with Hunt. Hunt is going to hunt rats. Then we're going to fetch rations for Cone. And we're going to fetch ammo with Lot. Yes, lots. Go fetch lots of ammo. How do we do? Ammo's up, rations are up. Fantastic. Rat infestation removed as well. All in a day's work. Do you want to play a little trick on the French? Again, it's not... You're not... Why'd you ask me? Why'd you ask me, Von Karsbrook, huh? Why are you asking me? We know you don't mean it. We know you don't care what I think. You just want to screw with me. Let's go and cut barbed wire. We're going to make that Lots and Smithbauer. Nobody is quite yet strained, which is a shame, because I'd love to send someone else back to camp. Let's go and set up barbed wire. Get the last of our projects done. Who knows if the French suddenly come over the trench right now? I thought that was actually about to happen. I was about to say, hey, I've built everything. Fallen comrades have been lying right next to our trench for far too long without us being able to take care of them. It sounds like artillery's back too. A terrible stench emanated from them. Every breath was a reminder of their death. The enemy gunfire of the last few days had finally subsided a while ago and had stopped completely this morning. So I ventured a look into no man's land. Hunt and Mail stood next to me and looked over the edge of the trench. Hunt pressed a handkerchief over his mouth and nose and muttered, "We can't leave them lying there like that, Herr Unteroffizier. They deserve a proper burial." Mail huffed. "So a couple more of us can join them. They're dead anyway and they've already started to rot. Why put our own lives at risk now?" I looked back and forth between the two and then at the bodies. I'll see if we can try to recover them. I said diplomatically. I didn't want to make this decision in a hurry. Nevertheless, I should decide soon because this task would become more unpleasant by the day. So much for the artillery just having stopped. He's gone down to strained. He's not only tired, he is exhausted. Menk is back. Hunt. You get yourself out of here, my friend. And like I said, the question is, it becomes more jaded. Increases nausea, depressing, risk of injury. Delay will have consequences. You need someone to deliver a message. Well, I've actually just sent a guy back there, you know. Can he deliver it on his way? That will be Menk, because he's the only guy that's got any life left in him. We are down to 2 days' rations. We go back to camp in 2 days. I'm going to leave it for a singular turn. Recover those dead. They do become more jaded. We're going to go Lots and Smithbow. Probably not the greatest choice to do when we have a sniper and a skirmish. But hey, we'll see what happens. July 1st, 1915. Menk, we've run out of food. We're running low. Hang on a minute, I had 2 days of rations left. Who's been a fat bugger? That's just rude. That's a lie. That's a lie and it's rude. I'm upset. They've left holes in our barbed wire. Somewhat jaded added. Tide of war added. Oh. Dejected, nauseated, pitiful rations, no food. Yeah, I don't know. I'm upset by that. I was told I had 2 days worth of rations left. What happened? Did an artillery shell blow up my rations or something? Very upset. Pitiful rations removed. Physically fit removed. Well, that's an annoyance. We're out of ammunition, mind you. Even did I not? No, I didn't just send someone to go and get some. Please tell me we're going back to camp. Pack your things. It's time to go back to camp. If you're about to tell me you haven't got any ammo, I was wounded in the process. I think I could go on, but I'd like to ask you to go easy on me these next few days. Not a problem. Let's get out of here. What the hell? That's just weird. He's shouting at me from back at camp. Yeah, I'm coming back now, mate. Yeah, I'll meet you along the way. All right, and so that is the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. When we go back, we will be back in camp. Things are going okay. I'm actually quite happy that none of my construction projects got destroyed. I mean, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better about building them. You know, it's only horrible when you go and build them and then they go and blow them straight back up. I mean, it's just rude, really, you know? How could they? And what's the point? Have I got any soldiers that aren't wearing a helmet? Because there's a helmet right there, and all I'm saying is probably works a little bit better than a felt cap. But as I said, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the episode. I hope you are enjoying it so far, and I hope you will continue to join us for the rest of the series. But as always, until next time, until we see you again, I hope that you will stay safe, happy, and healthy.